Brexit is in peril.
Can you imagine Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Nigel Farage, President of the United States, Donald Trump? Oh, what a combination. There's a chance. There's a chance for the world to be saved.
They'd actually get something done, you know?
Oh, man. All we need is somebody knows.
Yeah. I wonder who can help us with that.
I don't know. I'll ring around, see if we can find somebody who might be available.
Yep. Brexit in the UK is also probably, as Nigel Farage has described it, in its darkest time right now. He's more pessimistic about Brexit than he has ever been in the last 10 years. And I did want to briefly look at what he had to say about that.
You can see right now that Brexit is in great peril. I think what you've seen over the course of the last week is the beginning of the end for Boris Johnson, the beginning of the end for a Conservative government that just a year ago got a majority of 80 and has done absolutely nothing with it at all. And I fear there are going to be more Brexit battles to fight in the years to come. I'm not going to stand by and just let this thing be, just run into the long grass for us not to get the benefits that Brexit should give us. I won't do that without standing up and fighting. I hope that you won't do that without fighting back as well. If I'm wrong, then tell me at the end of December that I'm an idiot and I should have trusted Boris all the way through. But I'll make this prediction right now. Brexit is in peril.
So this election does have repercussions. I think when Joe Biden was asked, "What do you I'm from the UK. What are your feelings about Brexit?" He said, "I'm Irish," because the Irish are obviously they're not part of the they're part of the European Union and they're very staunch members. South Ireland, so. It's not looking good, the UK. I still feel very pessimistic for you guys. There are a number of new parties that are rising. The Brexit Party is being rebranded very soon to tackle this. I think they're calling it something like the Anti-Lockdown Party or something like that. Very smart with the naming. And also, there's a new party that's risen with a star at the centre of it. It's making waves. It's called the Reclaim UK Party, I think, or Reclaim Party. And that'll be very fascinating to watch. But what are your thoughts to that, Riccardo?
I think we picked Boris as a busted flush before he was even elected. As we said previously, the mayoral position in London, being a mayor of London, is the test that you must pass before they let you become PM. So I had no expectation that Boris would do anything good. Behind the scenes, what non-Brits wouldn't know is they're passing a ton of bad legislation to do with lockdowns, to do with forced vaccinations, to do all sorts of things that we're trying to fight against here in Oz. So, no, Boris Johnson's a busted flush, always was, always will be. And maybe that explains Nigel's prudent manoeuvre at the last election to withdraw just a fraction, let the Conservatives get in, let them reveal themselves to the population, and now Nigel's coming back with a repercharge now that the Conservatives under Johnson have revealed themselves, because as people keep being told, you can't tell people, you have to show them. To use a more practical explanation of that process, some people just have to piss on the electric fence for themselves. That was Roy Rogers. And some people just do. So you stand back and go, don't piss on that fence, it's electrified. Really? Let me try it. Feel free, mate.
Yeah.
And they won't do it a second time. So maybe that's what Farage's strategy was back at the last election. 10 out of 10. I caned him a bit, but maybe he could see what had to be done. So maybe he's been very canny, so good on him. Yeah. But we wish him all the best. Farage, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, point me to someone else over there that's been able to do what he's done. Masterful guy, but I was initially suspicious of why he did that.
Yeah.
Because what happened, guys, he had candidates up and down the UK. And for those of you who don't know, that's over 500 candidates up and down the UK, every electorate in the December election last year. And he pulled out in a number of them, in most of them, actually. And he ended up just focusing on the Labor seats, and he ended up eating into the Labor vote so much because their preference votes are different, guys. We've got the most robust preference system here in the world. Over there, it's not like that. Your vote can be wasted, and over there, the Labor voters did put a lot of votes into Nigel, and that's where the Conservatives got in.
Can you imagine Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Nigel Farage, President of the United States, Donald Trump? Oh, what a combination. There's a chance. There's a chance for the world to be saved.
They'd actually get something done, you know?
Oh, man. All we need is somebody knows.
Yeah. I wonder who can help us with that.
I don't know. I'll ring around, see if we can find somebody who might be available.
Yep. We'll see. I think it was Alan Jones speaking to Pete Evans, and that's a topic you could touch on. When Alan was saying Trump is the hope of the side, you know, he needs to get in November 4th. And then Pete's like, who do we have in Australia? And Alan said, well, no one, at least no one in Parliament, basically. And it's...
But that's the question, though. See, we can't... I've got to keep saying it. We can't wait for Trump to save us. We've got to do this ourselves. No matter who does it, we have to do this ourselves. You never base a plan on the hope that help will turn up. You know, the cavalry doesn't always turn up in the nick of time.
Yeah.
Right. When the cavalry turns up, they're going to find us sitting back having a barbecue and a beer saying, what took you so long?
Yeah.
That's what we want in Oz. Yeah, whoever does it.
The airstrike, well, there's one of the most unreliable things I've heard in the military. They're never on time.
Well, it's such a valuable asset. Whenever you plan a major assault, you always have as much air as you can. Because it's a rare asset, it's not surprising it gets pulled away at the last moment for a high priority mission. And we understand that. The guys on the ground get it. So you never base a plan based on the fact that the A-10s are going to turn up or the F-18s are going to turn up. No, you just don't. You plan on what you've got, what you can control, you take the position, and if the air comes in, that's great. If it doesn't,
exactly,
no problem.
Exactly.